Hi guys, this is Ratchet's Roll, and we are playing Criminal Case Traveling Time, Case 10, Crime and Punishment. Let's unlock Chapter 2 and Marina has some tip for us to where to go next. Okay? Me meeting my grandfather has complicated matters, Katrina. I'm truly sorry for disobeying orders. But I think something he said during our conversation might help solve this case. My grandfather mentioned he'd addressed the US Congress earlier this week. He said it was an honor to speak at such an esteemed venue here in Washington. US Congress? If we're going to investigate there, we'll need to be careful not to disrupt the inner workings of American politics. The stakes right now are too high. But this is a lead we can't ignore, Katrina. I'll arrange clearance for you to gain access to Congress. Just tread carefully. Yeah, I don't think nobody must know that the Russian ambassador is dead. Well, Soviet ambassador. I keep saying Russian. I don't know. Well, not America, but I don't think Soviets must not find out that their ambassador is dead. I think that death is going to create some tension, so... I know everyone's eager to get home, Katrina, but sometimes Jay's job is quite alright. Who would have imagined we'd be standing in the US Congress in the 60s? Maria was right, the waiting was here. That briefcase has his initials on it. Wait, why did the music stop? You're not hearing anything, so you're not deaf, guys. It's pretty careless of the ambassador to leave his unlocked briefcase lying around. Who knows what state secrets are in there? All the more reason to search through it. And you think that your newspaper is an important clue, Katarina? I'll grab a tape. Okay. Oh, I didn't even comment the picture of the chapter, so... Here's the ambassador, then that's his wife, and then there's Natasha and Marina. The whole family. Okay, the music is going, so I'm keeping quiet so you can hear the music a little bit, just so you know it works. Okay, let's search through. Oh, what's this paper? Morse code. Yeah, and we don't know how to read Morse code, so... For a second I thought that paper in the victim's briefcase were written in some ancient language, Katrina. But it's Morse code. I recognize the pattern of dots and dashes anywhere. Could this be a secret message, Katrina? Since the information that got the ambassador killed? Only one way to find out. Let's have Penello translate this code. Okay? Alright, 12 hours. And now let's restore this newspaper. Cold War diplomacy. What? What are you two doing? Good call with that newspaper, Katrina. There's a photo of the victim on the front page. The headline reads, Cold War Diplomacy. The ambassador is shaking hands with this man, but the caption explaining who he is has been torn away. Let's take this newspaper back to the type machine and compare this photo to the local police database. Maybe we'll find a match. Okay, we'll see. Don't be the president, please. Or who was president back then? Kennedy was killed in 1963 and... well, I forgot who replaced him. Was his last name Johnson? I don't know. Graham Winslow. The Washington database has returned a match with a newspaper photo, Katrina. This guy is a US congressman named Graham Winslow. If Mr. Winslow was acquainted with the victim, then we should ask him some questions. Okay. Why do you look so familiar? You look like the US president from World Edition. Why, hello, officers. What can I do for you on this fine evening? Just give me a moment to freshen my breath. Congressman Winslow, Officer Katrina is investigating the murder of Lev Romanov. Ambassador Romanov is dead? My word, that's terrible news. We understand you met the ambassador. Are you able to divulge what you spoke about? Of course, those diplomatic meetings were a matter of public record. Romanov wanted my advice on the Soviet Union's upcoming trade negotiations with Egypt. Naturally, I obliged. I hoped receiving the Soviet ambassador would be seen as a gesture of goodwill to help ease tensions between our two nations. Romanov's murder is the last thing I would want. It's a diplomatic nightmare of colossal proportions. Just to let the Soviets find out that he's dead. My advice. What does this Morse code message say? Another prospect of nuclear war should frighten me, Katrina, but I always found the Cold War romantic. Why? Romantic? Yes, Soviets living on American soil, US spies deep undercover in Moscow. It's a perfect incubator for forbidden love. I never really had a boyfriend. I can just picture some handsome Russian operators sending me secret love notes in Morse code. I can't say I ever thought about it, Penelope. But speaking of Morse code, did you figure out what that message says? I did, and it's definitely not a love note. The message reads, "Meet me on the driveway at 8 p.m, Romanov. Your future depends on it." Did you hear that, Katerina? The ambassador was murdered on his driveway at approximately 8 p.m, which means this coded message was sent by the killer. The ambassador's assassin might be proficient with Morse code, but our message will be loud and clear when we put him behind bars. Meanwhile, let's continue our search elsewhere at the embassy and head back to the fallout shelter. Okay, you know Morse code. Okay, let's investigate the bunker again. Alarm button. There's a rubber stamp. Oh god. No, no, no. Ah, this one. There. Just in time. Look, yeah, that's an old-fashioned polygraph machine. They were used during interrogations to determine whether someone was telling the truth. Wait a minute. My Cyrillic isn't as good as Marina's, but I know enough to see this polygraph test was conducted on the victim, Lev Romanov. Let's test the faded polygraph test to see whether it's relevant to our case. And you're right, yeah, the button must be what triggered the security alarm earlier. Which means whoever pushed that button either discovered the victim's body or even saw the murder take place. A sample of those pink fragments could identify a potential eyewitness. Okay. Alright, let's first see the lie detector. The pulse erases when somebody is lying, so... Dark, yeah, there's nothing gonna make this polygraph test besides a bunch of wavy lines. Normally Marina would analyze this polygraph report, but under the circumstances I think Orlando should do it. Let's have him examine this machine. Okay. Let's see what he can do. Alright, now let's see who... Well, let's go at first bits and then see who pressed the button. Let's get those pink fragments you collected on that alarm button under the microscope, Katrina. Whoever left these fragments behind while pushed that button could be an eyewitness. Yeah. Okay, let's analyze this. Those pink fragments are small particles of shrimp, Katrina, from a shrimp cocktail. You're right, Nicoletta Marconi has been raving about shrimp cocktails ever since we were in Las Vegas. So she sounded the alarm. But why would Marconi deliberately trigger the alarm? She was supposed to be helping us find the which street is, quietly. Let's ask Marconi and find out. Yeah, why did you press the button? We thought we had a deal, Marconi. You'd help us break into the embassy to steal Da Vinci Street Teas, and we'd forget about your prior infractions. But it turns out you stabbed us in the back. You triggered the security alarm that ended the heist, setting the Soviet sights squarely on us. Because you betrayed me first. What are you talking about? As soon as I came across the body, I knew it was all a setup. It's obvious you wanted me to take the fall for that murder. What? No. All that nonsense about Da Vinci Street Teas, it was merely a trap. Well, your ploy didn't work. You won't get away with this. Nobody was setting you up, and your alarm stunt hasn't achieved anything. You're stuck hiding out in the embassy's fallout shelter. You could get caught at any moment. I'll find a way out, don't you worry. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to outsmart a Marconi, and I can put that in Morse code if you don't understand in plain English. Okay, all you know is Morse code. Let's check out this lie detector. Although I'm a historian, Katrina, I do marvel at the wonders of technology. Even something as antiquated as this polygraph machine. Antiquated? A device that can tell whether someone is lying? It's like magic. It's no magic. A polygraph measures a person's breathing, pulse, blood pressure, and perspiration to determine whether they are telling the truth. Here, let me hook you up and show you. When we were in Las Vegas, I believe I saw you enjoying a cocktail or two. Is that right? Oh no, I consume no alcoholic beverages. Now that, my dear, was a lie. But never mind, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Here's something less controversial. Who do you love most in the world? That's easy. My father. And that was a 100% truthful answer. We appreciate the demonstration, but what about Romano's polygraph test? Well, it appears the ambassador was interrogated about his loyalty to the Kremlin. He was questioned about his diplomatic and political connections with American citizens. The Soviets needn't have worried, the victim passed his test with flying colors. But you'll be interested to know Romano's polygraph test was administered by his bodyguard, Zavrazin. Zavrazin? Why would a bodyguard be authorized to conduct a polygraph test on behalf of the Kremlin? It's time we conducted our own interrogation, Katerina. Let's go grill Zavrazin. Oh, okay. I was expecting some beep thing to come with the lie detector. You ain't gonna hook me up to that lie detector because you're gonna find out all of it, and I'm not up for that. You've been holding out on us, Zavrazin. How does a mere bodyguard have the authority to conduct a polygraph test on a Soviet ambassador? Very shrewd, Officer Katerina. I suppose there's no point hiding it now. I wasn't just guarding the boss. I'm Kremlin operative, here too. How'd you say? Keep him in line. So you're some KGB agent assigned to ensure his continued loyalty? It's standard Soviet protocol for a man in Romanov's position. Sometimes people get too comfortable with American lifestyle. Hamburgers, gambling, movie stars in Las Vegas. The Kremlin has no tolerance for Yankee Doodle nonsense, so I conducted polygraph test to confirm his loyalty was still towards Soviet Union. I transmitted the test results to Motherland in Morse code, and his allegiance was verified. And you're sure strangling your boss wasn't part of your duty to keep him in line? All you have are theories, Officer Katerina. As Dostoevsky says in Crime and Punishment, 100 suspicions don't make up proof. Until you have evidence of crime, leave me alone. I think I rolled that well. Katerina, breaking into the Soviet embassy to steal Da Vinci's treatise was risky enough, but now we have a murder on our hands. According to Congressman Winslow, the ambassador had been working to strengthen ties with the Americans. Perhaps it was this diplomatic alliance that made Zavrazin, the KGB agent, question the victim's loyalty. Then there's Nicoletta Marconi, who thought we tried to set her up for the murder only to turn the tables on us. So far, we've been able to keep the Soviets at bay and contain this. If word got out about a Soviet ambassador killed on American soil, there would be hell to pay. I hate to break it to you, Katerina, but it's already too late. Oh no. News of the ambassador's murder has gotten out. It's all over the TV news. Oh jeez, that's the last thing I needed. Cold War is going to become World War III. Alright, we're gonna stop here, we're gonna continue playing in chapter 3. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!